guys, got a few things today to do to the Nissan on this cold, sort of cold day. Yeah, I gotta wash the front rims sometime. The front brakes went out, so I had to change those, of course, but before I go to sell this car, gotta clean up those rims. So, first of all, definitely gotta do an oil change in this thing. Let's see if I can see the filter. I know it's on this side. I don't see an oil filter there. Oh, there's the drain and the filter. That's not too bad. And next thing, I gotta figure out why my sub quit working. Had it working good, had the car wired up, it worked good for a little while. Oh, dripping off the trunk lid a little bit. I unplugged the amp when it quit working. But yeah, I don't know if it's an actual problem with the amp or if the sub decided to go. Alright guys, so I'm in the Jeep. We're gonna take a trip to Walmart here, see what we can find for oil for that thing. And then I also should check transmission fluid in this thing. And also a different camera mount, because the way that I have you set up there is not going to work very well. Alright guys, I redid the connections on the amp to the battery and everything. And, so yeah, that's my ground, which I know isn't the greatest thing. But anyway, I redid my positive and grounds to the amp, and before the amp was turning on. So let's see if anything I did made any difference. I'm going to start with testing the subwoofer resistance, see if there's anything there. And for the sake of camera stuff, I'm going to hook the lead in. And it's kind of all over the place, I guess, but I guess the next thing would be to try putting a different speaker on it. Alright, so I'm trying to figure it out whether it's something with the amp or if it's the sub itself. So I went ahead and it embarrassed me to even do this. Yeah, I didn't like being seen with that, but I went to Walmart and I bought the cheapest sub they had, and well, we're gonna see if that will power up off my amp in this thing. That is like the simplest packaging I've ever seen. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to take 875 watts right there. Like, really? There's absolutely no way. It's like a tiny little magnet. Well folks, this is definitely, you get what you pay for. I mean, this thing is so light, the metal is so thin, the magnet's tiny, of course, and those are your leads. I mean, the thing weighs like, it's not even 5 pounds, I don't think. I mean, and that's a 12-inch sub. Here we go. As for the Jeep, I'm checking transmission. I think that is what I need to get at. Look what I found, 17 mil. Oh yeah. Man, I'm so happy I got that. That came like nothing with half-inch drive. Alright, time to get some rags and stuff. Well, I decided I'm just going to drain the transmission fluid and put in new stuff, because it seems like what's in there might be 10W30 motor oil, which shouldn't really be in the transmission. I mean, I guess technically you could, but this is what's actually supposed to go in there, 75W90 gear oil. This is what I could get today. So I got 4 of these because it takes like 3.5 quarts, I think. And then I also got this pump, a little hand pump that'll help put it in the fill hole. So hopefully that'll make things a little bit easier. because I don't want any of that going back in, obviously, if I can at all avoid it, which I'm going to try my hardest to. And I already went ahead and loosened that to make sure I could get it out. There, it's starting to seep out. There we go. Yuck. Alright, I got my nice little handy pump attached here. Now, let's see if that works. Oh man, that makes things so much easier. I mean, I've done this with axles and stuff before, and this takes absolutely forever when you're doing it the way that I normally do. I forgot about here. The door handle on Nissan wasn't working because one of the little clip things that holds the rod in there that goes down to the, you know, the actual mechanism was one of the little plastic things was broken. So basically I wrapped the rod in wire and made a little loop to zip tie it to something else to hold it in to the handle. But now, unfortunately, there's a little bit of a scrape, I guess. I'm guessing it's probably just because I wasn't careful and didn't clip my zip ties, so I'm gonna take that apart and find out. There's the rod that I wire tied and to that part, as you can see. I pushed my loop toward the outside of the door more, so it's kind of on more toward the passenger side of the car rather than like sticking out toward the inside of the vehicle. So, and then I clipped my zip tie in. So now let's see. Nice.